welcome to Brand Licensing Europe. My name is Patricia DeLuca, Senior Managing Editor of License Global, a part of the Global Licensing Group, and I'm here with Sam Ferguson, Senior Vice President, Global Licensing at Jazwares. Welcome.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
Tell us about your current licensing program. What are some of your latest deals and products?
So, in terms of latest deals, what's super exciting is actually today, or the first day of the show, we just announced our Crocs collaboration.
We heard, yes.
So hopefully fans go crazy for the Crocs. The Crocs have done such a beautiful job with a whole host of number of collaborations, and you see so much viral social media and all the pickup from all the, especially things across platforms like TikTok. I think the Crocs collaborations really work very well there, so we're very excited there. And we've also partnered with Ordo, our oral care, so electric Squishmallows electric toothbrushes, which are already taking the world by storm. So they're two really fun, quite unique collaborations we're doing for Squishmallows.
Yes, Squishmallows may be, if not the biggest, one of the biggest plush brands in the market right now. So you just talked about a couple of latest deals, and are there any more coming up for Squishmallows?
Well, look, I think first and foremost, Squishmallows is definitely by far the biggest plush brand in the world, and also just as a brand, we're sitting in top 2, top 3 outside of just across all toy. So it's been a phenomenal rise to fame in terms of Squishmallows. I think what you can expect to see more from us is on both sides. So we've done some really cool collaborations where we're bringing in other IP, and bringing in 2 fan communities. So some good examples of that is, we've just announced Wicked, we've done Sanrio, we've Harry Potter, Stranger Things. This is really where we're bringing 2 collector communities together, putting them together, and it just creates absolute fandom, and it's always an absolute sellout. And I think what's really important is how we stunt the collaborations, like how we work with WB and the Harry Potter team, and then our Squishmallow team, and how we teased it. We had our Instagrams and we had our Twitters talking to each other, and then the fans just go crazy because it's like surprise and delight. And then also in the outbound stuff, we've got a whole host of other collaborations which I can't tell too much about today, but expect more from some real big hitting fashion brands that we're going to be working with.
You've been signed as a master licensee for several well-known brands, from the likes of Nickelodeon to Adopt Me and much more. What makes Jazware a best-in-class licensee, and how do you use your licensed items to appeal to consumers?
We really understand the importance of the role of looking after someone else's brand. So it's when you're sort of looking after their children, and how we then activate that into product. It's a really, really important role. And I think what's also important for us is how we understand fan communities, because the biggest critic is the fans. So if we don't take someone's IP and translate it into product exactly how the fans expect that to be, they're the ones that are going to scream the most. So I think from a Jazwares perspective, we really do pride ourselves on the ability to take IP, understand the community, understand the fandom, and then how that then relates and transfers into consumer products.
So in your opinion, what's next in the toy licensing business? What trends do you see in the industry?
Well, I think that, so in terms of trends, we always like talking about niches. Like once upon a time, gaming was a niche, it's $1 billion niche. Like anime was a niche, $1 billion niche. You talk about all these different trends. I think what's really exciting is, what they call like the adult collector. So people call it kidult, but our chief brand officer, Jeremy Padawa, hates the word kidult, so if I use kidult, he'll kill me. So the adult collector, and I think that's how you really look through Sakana. I think it's like tapping into these brands that are multi-generational, and that's something that Jazwares does very, very well in terms of having a product or an action figure that can not only service the kid, but is of such a good quality that the collector wants it as well. And I think that's really important these days in terms of, because we talk a lot about losing kids younger, losing kids early, especially as an action figure manufacturer. So it's how do we then make sure that we future-proof the line? So not only talking to the core fan, but then talking to the collector as well.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Sam. Have a great show.
Thank you, and you, and thanks to everything, all the organisations at BLE, and it's such it's now truly is such a big part of the calendar, and I think especially with the footfall of retail, which every year is improving, it's so important. So thank you for the organisation, and have a great rest of the show.
Thank you, and thank you for joining us at Brand Licensing Europe, where it starts here.